Patron, take them away.
Okay guys, and warm welcome to one and all. We're going to have a little breakdown of a couple of charts, and if it presents itself, I'll trade it. So if you haven't been here before, I am Big Scruff. So grab yourself a coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, and he loves it in his Forex mug. And if you want one, you find them in the merch shelf below. And we'll bash on. So what's so special about today? Well, today is non-farm payroll day. It's a bit of a wild day at the best of times, and you've got to be a bit careful with it. But it doesn't mean to say there isn't any decent opportunities early morning. Now, I've already kind of had a good session with the guys. We have a Zoom call every day, and in it we were discussing fibs and how well fibs operate. Now let me clean all of this lot off, because I just want to be left with a couple of charts. Get rid of everything that's on these, and I'm going to use simply fibs, and I'm doing this for you, Michael, so it's a little salute to you and the rest of the guys, sort of Jukey and Danny and Fossil, etc., because we all get together every morning on a Zoom call. Well, I'm saying every morning, it's every day, because we have them on a night time as well. And we discuss the chart, and it's all part of the Scruffy squad. And if you're interested in coming along, there is a link for it below, as there is to my preferred prop fund and the brokers that I use. Do check them out, help support the channel and help support the brokers, etc. So what we're looking at here, well, every morning, and you'll see that I do a strength sheet and give you a heads up on the economic news. Now, there's no real news this morning. So the markets will be priming for this afternoon on non-farm payroll. But on here, what we can see is the CAD is the weakest. It's lost a hell of a lot of ground overnight. And the JPY has gained a lot of ground, pushing it to the top. So that becomes part of the watch list, something that we should keep half an eye on. Now, also, there are my faithfuls that I go to every single day, which is basically, it's Cable and the DAX. I look at them every day on the morning session. And Cable has presented itself with a good opportunity of a sell. And also there's a sell on the CAD JPY. So let me just minimize this and we'll have a little look at it. Now there's a daily move. Now we can see there's been a solid push through. Right, now there's two elements to this. You can either take your fib from here up to the top, or you can look at the last major move, which is this. So let's build this up. So it started there, it got to here, it didn't get to the 50%, so it continued up to the top, giving us this. Now it's cracked onto the 50, it's hovering, and now it's starting to push below. So this is now giving us good areas that we can work to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop these in solid black lines, just so that I can recognize where it's going. Okay. So straight away, from a single daily move that we can see is collapsing, holding under the 50. As long as it holds under the 50, it'll push for retracement. Well, it's already had a go at the 161, come back, and now it looks like it's trying to push back down. There is still pressure to the downside. Let's look at the 4 hour, see where we are. Now, let's just crunch this up a little bit so we can see it. There is the other move, okay? Big, strong, solid move, and then a cascade down. So I'm going to draw a fib into that as well. So that started probably with that candle and got to here. Okay. So let's just look at the extremes. Let's move that down. there's our extreme. So that's the lowest point. So it started there, pushed down, and then off to the races. And it got to the highest point, which is there. So again, we're going to drop in some levels. I'm just going to drop these in sort of blue, and I'm going to work my way down into an hourly chart. I've already got my direction in place, as you've seen. Just drop that in like so. And then if it gets through, it's probably there. Okay. Now this lot, just so I can kind of show you, the guys are already having a bit chippy chappy. If I go down onto the bias, you'll see that's being put into it already. Happy days. Okay. So there we go. So now take it to the hourly, and I can see what's going on. Now doesn't this look nice? Doesn't this look like a nice arena to work within? Well, there's the last move. It's rolling over. But where is reasonable? There's a move here, pushed up and then came down. So let's have a look at the expansions of this particular move, which is there, back to here. Well, what do we know? It is shown that this is the key turning point, and sure enough it is. So I'm going to put a dotted line here to give me some form of target, and then another dotted line down there. Super duper. Right. So all I've done is I've set some key parameters of where I think the market may potentially be moving to, and some barriers that I can work with. Take this down to 15 minutes so I can see what's going on. There is the last move. Started probably here. Put a retracement on that. Up to there. We've cracked the 23 down to there. These become our entry exits. Very, very simple. And as you can see how the price is reacting to each one of these levels. Nice and simple. Okay. Move them away. It's coming into play right now. Let's drop it into 5 minutes so we can have a little look at it. Yeah, sure enough. Put an order onto there. Just get my order screen up. We're going to just put it onto there. Give it a 20 pip target. There we go. We got an order in. So all I can do now, very, very simple. I can stage all the way up to in and around this area. So boom, 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 stage up to come back down again. Sorted. All right. So what about the other one? What's this got to say? Well, this one's fully marked out, as you can see. And again, you got your move up. Oh, we're not having a coffee, are we not? I'll make it. See that, boys and girls? She said she'd make me a coffee, and now she's buggering off out. Have you got your thing for your parcel? No, she's bagging off. There's a shocker. She's going shopping again. Fucking cow. Right. Let's have a little look at this bad boy. See what we've got here. So, again, solid move up. I'll make it, it's alright. Have you got your barcode for... Excellent, alright. Alright. Okie dokie. Off the beauty parlour. Not that she needs it, because she's gorgeous. Right. Put some entry exits in this, which is here and here. It's actually just bushed through one. So I'll just put these in, and then I'm going to flick this over, And I did a quick analysis on this earlier on. Running down into these looks relatively reasonable. Take it to 15 minutes. Let's have a little look. Drive, consolidation, failure, failure, push down, pushing up. This is good entry, so I'll put an entry underneath here. System's just opened up. Cable. And we'll do the candle count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So base of there looks pretty darn good. So just drop a quick order into that, just like so. And oh, that's picked up as well. So what we'll do is we'll put them both on the screen at the same time to watch. Just like so. There we go. Right, so that's Murraying its way down. This one needs to catch up to the spread. So target into that blue line. And this one we'll just target there. Happy days. I'll come back to you when the trades are finished. Okay guys, that's it done. So earlier on you saw me trading cable. Cable went down at target, stopped itself out, so just close that off. All well and good. We now 1:10 and it's non-farm payroll, so this is kind of shut out at the right time. So I'm super pleased with that as well. And it's done pretty much what I wanted. Gone to the areas of attraction and went back up, picked some orders up, came back down and has paid me. So we've got no tickets left, there's nothing running, and then there you go. All right, is it a big payday? No, it isn't. Not potentially, it's like 140 quid, but it's 140 quid more than what I had yesterday. And that's all I'm bothered about, you know. Did I have more today than I did yesterday, or more this week than I did last week? Yeah, I do. And as long as I continue that path, then this is a good, viable job. And that's all this is. It's just a job. And until I can get that through your thick skull, a lot of you are going to be failing, because it ain't get rich quick. Sometimes the markets don't give you the opportunities that you require. In this case, it only gave me 140 quid. You know, conservative with my position sizes. I'm not swinging at the fences. I'm just taking what the market is willing to give at the right time. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. So again, these videos are just to show consistency. Do ask your questions. I'm always very curious. I answer every single email or message that comes on WhatsApp. Every single one of them. And if you're stuck, come along to the Discord group and you'll find like-minded people who have a bit of a laugh for one thing and another. But there's the way of the scruff there, which will give you the groundworks of how to trade properly. And not only that, you'll have the support of the group as well. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.